Right, so yesterday I was showing you the number 5 version, which is much more effective. I've taken the magnet out because I've made a number 6 version, but actually technically I've jumped ahead a few steps because I've moved to version 9 really. That's version 9 that's on there. The reason for that, I'm calling it that, is because as you can see, the magnets on the end, the 2 magnets on the end were slightly flared outwards, which was more omnidirectional field coming around the corner. So what I've done with the new version is I've moved them so that the magnets are flared in slightly concave. I think that's the right term anyway, but they're slightly flared down towards the middle axis. Now in doing this, it's reduced the amount of torque. So what I'm actually doing is I'm 3D printing a new version right now, which is version 10 actually. So what I've done is I've moved these 2 magnets here further back up towards the back plate, because there's a hell of a lot of flux around the back, and this thing tends to flip around sometimes because there's such a lot of flux on the back edge there. It's very strong there. So the reason is when the magnet is moving along, it's attracted to the actual end pole, which is, well, that face on this side, right? So, and by shielding it off, which is what I've done here with these 2 magnets, it's reducing the torque. So what I'm doing with the new one, which I'm currently printing, is by moving these 2 magnets further back towards this back plate, it allows a little bit of that torque to come back. So, but obviously the torque, there's a bit of a balance situation, whereas if you reduce the torque, if you increase the torque rather, it tends to create more drag. So you have to get a balanced situation where these magnets are actually pushing against the magnet to improve the exit. The exit. Sorry, I'm getting a frog in my throat. So right, so let's see. Now obviously remember this, I've designed this for a rotary system, so obviously an arc, so ideally it needs to be an arc, but the trouble is it's difficult to mimic that when you're doing it on this, because this thing just flies so quickly. I just can't move my hand fast enough to create the arc. So so if I get my magnets, I don't know if I've got them right way around. Right, I'm actually holding them quite a long way back right now. So let's just move a bit closer. Right, you can see it's not very strong right now because I've got about an inch gap. Let's bring it right up to the table. Right, so let me frog in my throat. So with this push against the table, whoops, oh damn it, spun around now. This is what happens sometimes. I need to anchor this end down so it doesn't keep flipping. Okay, I don't know which way around my magnets are. Now let's try it. I've got them wrong way around. Right, you can see it's much better. It's not hanging up like it was. So let's just slide these along. Right, there's my magnets. Slide them along. Right, and we can see it's a lot more linear. It's more linear now than it was. It's not hopping up, jumping off the table as badly as it was. We can see a slightly amount of levitation. When I get to this point, we can see there's a slight amount of, it lifts up there, look. Right. So that's okay as long as the forces are not pushing it away from me when I'm bringing on the entry point. So I only moved it about an inch there, and it just took off. So if I just move this, bring this in a bit, I just want to bring it right. See, it's got a lot of torque. Not as much as before, but I only moved it a small amount and it took off. So Let's see. Once it goes, it goes. I'm trying to mimic the rotation, but I can't because this thing moves so quickly. But we're getting improvements. We are making progress, so that's something to be happy about. I am just going to print this new one, which is being done right now, and so as I said, the new one which I'm doing right now, I've simply moved these two magnets on the end further towards the back plate slightly. The way I do that, I use the rotation tool, and I anchor myself on one of these pins at this far end, and I just pivot from that axis and just bring these two up, and then I do the same with the magnets on this far end. I use a pivot axis from there and all the way up. Now, somebody was asking about what polarizations these are. Well, it's fairly simple, really. I mean, okay, I can color code it for you, but I mean, it's fairly simple. Basically, the color coding is just I don't know if I can show you. Let me just try and show you on the computer. I've got the virtual machine running at the moment. Let's just try and show you this. Just loading SketchUp. I think I've got it right. I colour coded it so that you could see it, but right, so just load this up. Right, so basically the colour coding for the polarizations. Let's see. So you can get an idea what the colour coding is for the poles. Right, so it's a bit hard to do this with my left hand. Hang on, I'll swap hands around. I can't do it very easy. So you can see the poles there. Right, so that's the poles. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for now, but this is the new one that I'm just printing right now, by the way. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.